Solka, IB Masters Learning Center at ibmasters.com. And today we're going to look at the 27th question from the Linear Digital SAT Test 1 Module 1, Math. 27 reads, the perimeter of an equilateral triangle is 624 centimeters. The height of this triangle is k root 3 centimeters, where k is a constant. What is the value of k? So, here's your triangle. The perimeter, keep in mind, is, and you could just underline it, you could write it out again, but do something. Perimeter equals 624. One thing that makes an equilateral triangle equilateral, that equi means equal, the same, and the lateral part means basically length, so we've got the same length on each side of this equilateral triangle. So what are we to do? We've got three sides, so we divide that 624 by 3, and we wind up with 208. Now, you could use your Desmos calculator in order to do this, and it'll show you, but yeah, this is 208, 208. In order to find the height, if the height is k root 3, it's asking for the value of k, the height's going to be perpendicular to the base. It's defined that way. And so if I draw a vertical line down from the top of the triangle to the bottom, what I do is I split that bottom in half. And this bottom is 104. Now, this is a right triangle here. So you could either do Pythagorean theorem here, or what you might know is the relationship of the sides of a special right triangle. This is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. If all the side lengths are equal, then all the angles must also be equal in a triangle, which makes every equilateral triangle 60, 60, 60. So that's 60, that's 60. The top 60, but I split in half, so now it's 30. So I got a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So if you know the model of a 30, 60, 90 triangle, the relationship of the sides are x, 2x, and x times the square root of 3. So notice this 104 corresponds with the x. So the height corresponds with x root 3. So it's 104 root 3 equals, and actually here we have a k, equals k root 3. And you can divide both sides by root 3, or you can just see that the k corresponds with 104, which is your answer. Thank you for joining us today. Oh, well, actually, I should probably show you Pythagorean theorem as well. So if you're doing a Pythagorean theorem, it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, c has to be your hypotenuse. So it's going to equal 208 squared. And what's your a and what's your b doesn't really matter. But we've got 104. Let me make a little line to separate. 104 squared plus b squared equals 208 squared. And then you definitely would need your, you could do this by hand, but ain't nobody got time for that. So we're going to go into, I didn't realize I don't have Desmos up. And here's a Desmos calculator, and if we throw in, you get the little keyboard from down here, 104, and then square it. And we get 10,816. So if I go in here, 10,816 plus b squared equals 208 squared. The problem with this is that you're going to have to take out a, we're going to get a decimal here, and we've got to know what the root 3 is. So we go back in to our Desmos, and if we were to do 208 and then square that, wind up with 43,264. 43,000. Remember that. Remind me of that. 43,264. So it's 10,816 plus b squared equals that. And if you subtract 10,816 from both sides, this cancels. We get b squared equals, and then we're going to just subtract them in here. We have our answers both posted in here. So we've got 43,264 minus 10,816 equals and you wind up with 32,448. So let's look at that 32,000. And then we'd have to take the square root of both sides. Now, here's where the trouble comes, because it's something root 3. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to divide 3 into it, and your result should be a perfect square. So here we get b equals, and it's something root 3. So let's divide 3 into that giant number. So we've got, whoops, keyboard, 32,448 divide 3. Now we're back to 10,816. And now we got to take the square root of 10,816. Alright. So here's our square root, 10,816. And we get our 104, which is your answer. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has difficulty with 30, 60, 90 triangles, special right triangles. Is there any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT? Leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check out our 1-minute video on TikTok. Have a great day.